Good morning, students. So first we will do the recap. So what we have studied previous class? So first, who will tell me what is the Okazaki fragment? Yes, that means it is the segment which is formed on the 3' to 5' strand of the DNA, in which the DNA replication is not continuous. So those small fragments are termed as the Okazaki fragment. Right? So from which side, that means from which polarity to which polarity the DNA replication is continuous. From which polarity the DNA replication is continuous. Yes, it is 5' to 3'. Which enzyme which is responsible for unzipping of the DNA strand? Which enzyme, yes, which enzyme is responsible for unzipping of the DNA strand? That means, as we know, DNA is a double helix structure. So when it is need to be replicated, it needs to be break down. The hydrogen bond should be break down, it will open up. So this we terms as the unzipping. So that will be done by the DNA helicase. Okay. So if we will read, before we start the DNA replication, I told you about the central dogma, right? So according to this, what we know, that DNA will replicate into RNA, and this RNA will converted into protein, right? Why? When we know that the DNA has the genetic character which will transform from the parents to its offspring. How it will be transformed? It will be transformed by, like here, the DNA will replicate or make its exact copy of its own strand, right? The same way, what happened? The same way what happened? From DNA strand itself, what is the nucleotide the DNA will bear? That will reciprocate to RNA. When that will reciprocate to RNA, that RNA has the capacity to convert it to protein, and this protein will only express as a physiological character that we known as the central dogma, right? So the process in which DNA genetic information, it will be transferred or reciprocate to the RNA, what we terms it? The process in which DNA genetic material or genetic information is transferred or reciprocate to RNA is termed as transcription. So today we are going to cover transcription. Okay. So let us finish or deal with few terminology, then we will go for depth of it. Okay. So first we got to know what is the definition of your transcription. If I will say the process in which DNA genetic information copied to RNA is termed as transcription. Okay. So in case of prokaryotes, it should be done inside the cytoplasm, because as we know, the prokaryotes means those are the primitive organism in which the nucleus is not completely developed, right? And they have which type of DNA? Circular, double helix. Which type of DNA? The circular DNA. So in case of prokaryotes, it is found in cytoplasm, but in case of eukaryote, as we got the specific DNA nucleus structure, so it will be found in the nucleus. After the RNA is formed, it will, through the nuclear pore, it will come out of the nucleus to cytoplasm for protein synthesis. So if I will say it is a plant cell, okay. So inside plant cell what will happen? We are having nucleus inside. So the DNA we will found inside this. So when I will, let it be, it is the double helix DNA structure. So for transcription, first, like in DNA replication, its fork will be open. After being open, it will be, the RNA will form from one strand of your DNA. After it will be formed inside the nucleus, it will come out of the nucleus, and in cytoplasm, this RNA strand will converted into protein, and the process in which the RNA will converted into protein we terms as the translation. Okay? Okay. So first we will study transcription found in prokaryotes. Okay? So as we know that here you can see the total process, it will be depends on DNA. So the enzyme which is solely responsible for transcription we terms as the DNA dependent RNA polymerase. Like in DNA replication, what we know? DNA polymerase. So as here RNA is formed, we terms as RNA polymerase, but as is totally dependable on DNA strand, so the enzyme name we know is DNA dependence RNA polymerase. As I told you first, it is found both in prokaryote, both in eukaryote. Okay? So first simply we know the three basic differences in transcription which is found in prokaryote, which is found in eukaryotes. Okay? So the first difference already I have explained you, that is in case of prokaryotes it is found in cytoplasm. If I will say transcription found in prokaryotes, transcription found in eukaryotes. So the first difference already I explained that in case of prokaryotes it will found in cytoplasm. In case of eukaryotes it is found in nucleus. As in case of your eukaryotes it is needed that the functioning is more vast, because in eukaryotes we have to form 3 types of your RNA. That is, as we studied before, your messenger RNA, your tRNA, what is the other one? rRNA. Okay? So, in case of prokaryote only one RNA polymerase will act. In case of eukaryote we are having 3 RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2 and your RNA polymerase 3. Okay. Next difference is that in case of prokaryotes we need, as they are the basic organism, so need some external energy for the completion of your synthesis of your RNA. So they have 2 factors which will needed for transcription. Okay, one is sigma factor, other one is rho factor. Sigma factor will attach to promoter as promoter means where the transcription is begins. That segment we terms as the promoter. Okay. Ending means where totally your transcription is stopped. So as the terminator point we use the rho factor. In case of promoter we use the sigma factor. So in transcription which found in prokaryotes we need 2 factors. One is your sigma factor. What is its function? It will attach to promoter side. I will come for its structure and beginning of your transcription. The same, if I will say it is rho factor, so it will attach to your terminator. As the term says, it is the stopping of your transcription. But in case of your eukaryotes, they are self-sufficient, so they don't need any factor for beginning or ending of your transcription. Okay? So these are the basic 3 difference between your prokaryotic transcription and your eukaryotic transcription. So up to this we revise first, then we will move to what is the structure of segment at which point the transcription is started. Okay? So what we know, transcription means it is the replication of DNA genetic material into RNA. Okay? That we terms as the transcription. What is its purpose? Its purpose is to produce protein through the process of translation. Why this protein needed to be expressed? Because to express the parental character in the offspring, it should be needed to be expressed in the form of your protein. Then only the body can express its structure. Okay. Then we know what is the difference between prokaryotic transcription and your eukaryotic transcription. First point, in prokaryotic transcription, it will be found only in cytoplasm, but in case of eukaryotic, it is found in nucleus. After the RNA form, it will come to cytoplasm where it will produce the protein. Second point, in case of prokaryotes, only one DNA dependent RNA polymerase is functioning, but in case of eukaryotes, 3 types of RNA polymerase will function. That is RNA polymerase 1, 2, 1, 3 for the development of 3 types of RNA. That is your T, R and your mRNA. Mostly the genetic character which is expressed, it should be expressed from your messenger RNA. Other 2 are the structural RNA. Okay? And the last point, that in case of prokaryote, it needs 2 factors, that is your rho factor and sigma factor, which helps in continuation of transcription. But in case of your eukaryote, no factor is needed. Clear up to this? Okay. So we got to know all these points once you write it down in your notebook. Next one question come to my mind. Like in DNA replication, it is found in both the strands. Will RNA replication or transcription found in both the strands? It will found only in one strand, right? Then why? Why it is not found in both the segments? Like in DNA replication, we have one leading strand, one is lagging strand, right? That same way, why it is not done in case of RNA polymerase? Okay, fine. The question is that, let it be, we do as it is. We know it is DNA structure, okay. DNA is made up of what? Nucleotide. Okay, that means one will be your 3' to 5' prime, one will be your 5' to 3' prime, right? And these all are nucleotides. That means if I will show the adenine in case of your purple color and guanine in your green color, then your cytosine. So this is the DNA nucleotide structure. If I will say it is a DNA replication, then what will be the reciprocate nucleotide which will found here? Adenine will attach to, if it is DNA replication. Adenine will convert it to thiamine, guanine will be cytosine, cytosine will be guanine, it will be converted to thiamine. So like this. Understand this? If in adenine position the thiamine is present and it will make its exact reciprocate nucleotide, then the strand will be like this. Yes or no? If it is the same strand which is found here, right? That means this strand is equal to 5 dash to 3 dash strand of your DNA. So, if I will make reciprocate to this 5 dash to 3 dash, then this is the nothing but the nucleotide of 3 dash to 5 dash. Then they have the bonding system is stronger, because of which the chances of binding to each other will be there. And always if both the strand of the DNA is replicated, then that DNA or that RNA is not possible for production of your protein. That means only single stranded RNA of messenger RNA is capable of producing proteins, but double stranded RNA are not possible to produce protein, because of which in case of transcription only one strand is take part instead of two strands. To reduce the confusion, to reduce the mismatching of the DNA. Okay. So, here if I will just repeat, it is as the RNA replication. Then this adenine will be changed into uracil. Other nucleotide are same as it is before. Then this nucleotide sequence which is newly formed is termed as the messenger RNA. So, when only one strand is replicating, then they have a compact structure, but when they produce more than that, it will start degrading. So, by nature it is possible to provide the transcription only one strand. Which strand is not functioning, it will be termed as the coding strand. Okay. Till now all the terminology clear, both of you? Swarna, done? You have understood up to this? Why in case of DNA to RNA only one copy is able to reciprocate, others are not possible to do it. Fine? Buja palla? Why DNA replication is double directional method, in case of transcription it is only single strands, single line of work. What it comes for? It will work for that and it will leave or degrade. So, now we will read the transcription unit. As we studied before, in case of transcription, the complete DNA will not take part, because nowadays because of the registration of your all the other things, the time zone of the individual person keep on reducing, because more time we wants to spend with friends or mobile, which will disturb our brain. Okay. So, we will go for next, that is the transcription unit. That means, if I will say this is the complete structure of your DNA. Okay. So, out of this, in only few places the replication or the transcription will continue. So, here we got to know that the properties of transcription or the direction of transcription will be always opposite. That means it will be from promoter region to terminator region, and in one single DNA molecule it can many numbers of your transcription unit. What we found in our transcription unit, if I will draw this as the transcription unit, okay, then it will replicate into the DNA structure, and after this it will dispatch to cytoplasm. Okay. So now the site from which DNA replication is started we terms as the promoter. The site where the stopping of your RNA replication is termed as stopped unit of transcription. So as I explained, your promoter will be where the beginning of transcription will done. In between the promoter and the terminator, there is some few nucleotide segment that we terms as the structural G. Okay. So the beginning will start from here. So in prokaryote, at the point of promoter, one RNA polymerase will come. It will bind to your promoter site with the help of your sigma factor. If this is the sigma factor, first attached to your pointer, after that it will move to other position of the organism who belong to same species. Okay, बुझा पड़ला? So in case of prokaryotes, the transcription will done like this. That means in the starting part it has the promoter unit, and at the ending part it has the terminator. In between this it has the transportation. That means this is the structural gene which will help in elongation of your RNA. Then only it will move to cytoplasm and it will work. Okay? Up to this everyone clear? So if I will say it is a prokaryotic transcription, first our sigma factor, let it be sigma factor. This sigma factor will bind with structural gene and then it will move to your elongation of your fine. Up to this clear? So, as I explained, in case of prokaryote, one sigma factor will become, it will be attached to your protein and then it will start the elongation of nucleotide. When it will be reached to your termination point, that time it will be stopped. Okay? And all this process it will be found inside the cytoplasm. Any doubt? But in case of eukaryotes, we need RNA primer for the binding of RNA polymerase. Like in our house, we have special switchboard which have bottom up, two are there along with that the middle one. So, at a time 3 things you can attach to perform, which is easier for us. So, those things are generated from your transcription.